Graduates, it's that time. Dr. Gray, will you join me? Board of Regents, Dr. Gray, as president of Three Rivers Community College, I present the candidates for the degree of Associates in Applied Science, Associates in Arts, and the Associates in Science. Will the candidates for the Associate's degree please stand? Dr. Gray, these candidates have satisfactorily completed the necessary requirements set forth by the Board of Regents of the Connecticut State Colleges to be awarded associate's degree.
By order of the Board of Regents and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon these candidates the degree of Associate in Applied Science, the Associate in Arts, or the Associates in Science, and admit them to the honors, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto.
The graduates may be seated. Now, I have a feeling some of you stood before, but you'll stand again. Dr. Gray, as president of Three Rivers Community College, I present the candidates for certificates. Will the candidates for certificates please stand?
By order of the Board of Regents and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I now confer upon these candidates the certificate and admit them to the honors, rights, privileges, and obligations pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Yes, you may be seated. At this time, the graduates will be presented their diplomas. Dean Brancini and Dean Getches will announce the graduates who will come forward to receive their diplomas.
A photograph of each student will be taken by a professional photographer from Grad Images. Photograph proofs will be sent to each graduate. Please note that graduates will be called by the order of their degree program in alphabetical order. The audience is asked to remain seated while graduates are presented with their diplomas.
The degree Associate in Science is a degree of Engineering Technology, degree of Electrical Culture. Brendan J. Cox, summa cum laude.
Congratulations.
The Associate in Applied Science and General Engineering Technology, student degree of Electrical, Justin B. Magna cum laude. Ian Brown. The degree Associate in Arts and Environmental Sciences will be given by Peter Pastor. Lucia Anigo. Justin Jerome. Jennifer Gordon. Sarah Reed, summa cum laude. Kara Hill. Coral Music Johnson. Lorraine Livingston, cum laude. Christopher Carlo Bonilla. Stacy Meyer.
Rachel Moore, cum laude. Kristen Norris, summa cum laude. Joseph Orzel. Brianna Phillips. Elizabeth Roderick, cum laude. Stacy Steele, summa cum laude. Caitlin Szymanski. Mandy Tagg, cum laude. Margaret Weisupel. The degree Associate in Arts and Pathways to Teaching Careers will be greeted by Sheila Scahan, Denise Kelly. Alyssa Marie Larkham. Nicole Wheeler. The degree for Associate in Arts and Visual Fine Arts will be greeted by Sandra Jeknavorian. Gordon Arzu Duran, magna cum laude. Allison Pillary. Polari, sorry. The degree for Associate in Science and Accounting will be greeted by Edwin Minsner. Matthew Boughton, magna cum laude. Christopher Gardella, magna cum laude. Marie Hansa, magna cum laude. Kirsis Eresma. Jessica Sincerity Inco, cum laude. Autumn Coalition. James Culp. Cassandra Eve Noland, magna cum laude. Bradley Roberts, cum laude. Linda St. Pierre, also receiving a certificate in accounting, cum laude. Jordy Vereen. Students receiving the Associate in Science and Architectural Design Technology will be greeted by Mark Comeau. Jasmine Arndt, cum laude. Miranda Renee Damaris. Marlene Evanco, also receiving an Associate's degree in Construction Management, magna cum laude. Martin Ford, also receiving an Associate's degree in Construction Management. Rubson Gamaris, also receiving a certificate in Sustainable Facilities Management, magna cum laude. Nestor J. Jennifer Lamarck. Renee Lara, also receiving an associate's degree in construction management and a certificate in sustainable facilities, cum laude. Ashley Matolnik. Timur Shaimoev. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science and Business Administration will be greeted by Larry Flick. Stephanie Bishop. Paul Burke, cum laude. Cindy Britt, also receiving a certificate in Small Business and Entrepreneurial Studies, magna cum laude. Kathleen Brown. Rachel Burdick. Shelley Hughes, cum laude. Stephanie Levesque, cum laude. Braulio Mahia. Julia Mendoza, magna cum laude. Mary Morse, magna cum laude. Jessica Quinn, magna cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science in Business Information Systems will be greeted by Betty Gladue. Blanchard Pierre. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science in Civil Engineering Technology will be greeted by Deba Khan-Bureau. Jeffrey Theodore Steiner, cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science in Computer Science Technology will be greeted by George Volkov. Christopher Bruce. David Fitch. Joseph Striegel, magna cum laude. Kurt Tatro. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science and Construction Management Technology will be greeted by Mark Comeau. Anthony Sharp. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science and Criminal Justice will be greeted by Jeffrey Crouch. Carter Balcom. Nicholas Bright. Lindsay N. Brown. Casimir Syriac. Ali Faraz. A.J. Fontaine. Trinisha Gilgis. Raya Langway. Marco Laufer. Michael Massione. Rafael Oval, also receiving a certificate in criminal justice. Joshua Pecat. Francisco Prats Jr., magna cum laude. Darling Ramos, cum laude. Randall Richardson, cum laude. Brian Miguel Rios, cum laude. Ashley Sebastian. Michael Stiefel, summa cum laude. Kaylee Sweet-True, summa cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science and Early Childhood Education will be greeted by Sheila Scahan. Rachel Deanne Batter. Lynn Beatty. Rebecca Burrows. Emily Campagna. Diane Duza, summa cum laude. Catherine Felton, magna cum laude. Brittany Hay. Harriet Krajewski, magna cum laude. Miranda Viennes, magna cum laude. Amy C. Weekly, cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science and Electrical Engineering Technology will be greeted by Dan Courtney. Angel Feliciano. Craig Manahan, cum laude. Timothy Wiglas. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science and Engineering Science will be greeted by Patrick Knowles. Andrew Dillon, magna cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science in Environmental Engineering Technology will be greeted by Deba Conbureau. Desiree Bourret, also receiving Certificate in Environmental Health and Safety Management, magna cum laude. Arthur Manahan II. James Strauss, also receiving a Certificate in Sustainable Landscape Ecology and Conservation Technician, cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science and Exercise Science will be greeted by Heidi Zini. Ethan Burke, cum laude. Kevin Hagan. Kyle Hill. Michael Garnell Jones, Jr., magna cum laude. Michael Nix Page. Ashley Schmidt, cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science in Fire Technology and Administration will be greeted by Adam Carob. Kyle Seitz, cum laude. Candidates receiving the Associate in Science in General Studies will be greeted by Peter Patsouris. Victoriano Alarcon. Idaris Andino. Jane Acevedo, magna cum laude. Alexis Baker, cum laude. Tahira Barker. Deanna Barrientos. Philip Bayton, cum laude. Janae Bazemore. Denise Blake, magna cum laude. Amber Calderon. Elise Adriana Carola. Stephanie Salifi. Maciel Cepeda Rosada. Christina Chern. Eric Jason. Shalisa Sicone. Hi. Michael A. Cornish. Ashley Rose DeStefano, cum laude. Ernesto Di Rubo, summa cum laude. Zachary Diem. Michelle Doak. Allison F. Dole. Sandra Dumas, cum laude. Melanie Eccleston. Danielle M. Fahey. Aya Faraj, cum laude. Jennifer Flynn. Chelsea Ann Forsair, cum laude. Shelley Freeman.
Galmi.
Adam Galney,
Cum laude.
cum laude. Margaret Hanson. Elizabeth Harrington, summa cum laude.
Crystal Hodge. Crystal. Rebecca Hoffman, also receiving a certificate in general studies. Patrick Ryan Houlihan. Ashley Jakes. Evelyn Johnson. Melissa Kamishlian. Neva King, cum laude. Leanne Kin. Melissa Ladd. Abigail K. Lawler. John Lauderdale, magna cum laude. Alicia Mazzarari, cum laude. Carol McCoy, magna cum laude. Ronette McDonald. Irina Michelle. Kelly Milton, cum laude. Trinidad Morales.
Leopoldo Navarro.
Leopoldo.
Leopoldo
Leopoldo
Navarro.
Navarro. Lois Nagel, also receiving a certificate in general studies, summa cum laude. Susan O'Connor, cum laude. Vanessa Parker, cum laude. Raquel Perkins. Heather Perry, cum laude.
What's her name?
Heather Perry, cum laude. Kimberly Peterson. Kim Poole, magna cum laude. Dylan Rabideau. Eric Reynolds II. Kaylee Rue, cum laude. Melissa Schroeder. Allison Shea, magna cum laude. Stephanie Siemens, magna cum laude. Julie Smith, cum laude. Brittany Susi. Ivory Stakely, also receiving a certificate in library technology. Tia Stanko. Richard O. Thompson IV. Joanna Thornton, cum laude. Alicia C. Todman. Elizabeth Tweedy. Emily Utes. Alexander Viatkin. Mark Wagner. Angelite Ward. Serena Wenzel, cum laude. Bonnie Wilcox, magna cum laude. Tina Marie Woodall. Karen Uhas, also receiving a certificate in early childhood education. Adam Zito. Students graduating with an Associate in Science in Hospitality Management will be graded by Peter Edmondson. Amanda Bennett, also receiving certificates in Hotel Management and Communication and Customer Relations, cum laude. Timothy Epperson, also receiving a certificate in Communications and Customer Relations. Timothy Mihelko, also receiving a certificate in Communication and Customer Relations. Mary Scheuer, also receiving a certificate in Communication and Customer Relations, cum laude. Felicia Swanee, also receiving a certificate in Communication and Customer Relations. Graduates in Human Services will be greeted by Joyce Martin. Carla Alonji, magna cum laude. Regina Arvello. Claudia Fryer. Eloisa Garcia.
Celestine.
Celestine Foster Go. Latia Lewis, also receiving an associate in general studies and a certificate in health career pathways. Michael Charles Marshall, cum laude. Maria Ramos, also receiving an associate in general studies. Shoshana Jean Rigler. Nicole Smith. Amanda Lynn Imbriaglio Stone. Graduates in laser and fiber optic technology will be greeted by Judith Donnelly. Eli Arshil. Lee Combs, also receiving an associate in electrical engineering technology, magna cum laude. Marketing graduates will be greeted by Irene Clampett. Mary Eileen Matthews Dolan, also receiving certificates in advertising, public relations, and graphic and communication arts. Antonio A. Tavares III. Mechanical engineering technology graduates will be greeted by Patrick Knowles. Nathan DeFrancesa. Justin Miller. Aaron Pepin, also receiving a certificate in computer-aided drafting. Carlos Sandoval, cum laude. Hope Satu-Plants. Patrick Smith, also receiving a certificate in computer-aided drafting. Stephen Truax. Nuclear engineering technology graduates will be greeted by Charles Nicalco. Michael Baylor, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Burton. Jonathan Duplanche. Jacob Kumpf, cum laude. Alexa Roulard, cum laude. Michael Sneed. Alex Wood. Nursing graduates will be greeted by Edith Alouette. Alicia Bray. Allison Bushnell, cum laude. Sarah Butler, also receiving a certificate in health career pathways. Elizabeth Collins, cum laude. Jesse Cool. Magdalena Hugno. Holly Marie Davis, also receiving an associate in liberal arts and sciences. Daniel Duran. James Fagan. Tracy Fiango. James Fracchia. Charles Gabriel Jr. Kiera Gracie. Arlene Usted. Alicia Jackson, cum laude. Stephanie Yardley, magna cum laude. Ashley Jones. Bonnie Kane, cum laude. Angela Kodra. Mary Kwasniewski. Jennifer LaPearl, magna cum laude. Krista LaDoit. Laura Liddon, cum laude. Leslie Lucas. Lee McClellan, cum laude. Valerie Lynn Precourt, magna cum laude. Jennifer L. Raymond, summa cum laude. Kayla Regan, cum laude. Cara Mia Ricketts. Stephanie Robinson. Karen Ann Sawyer, also receiving an Associate in General Studies and a Certificate in Health Career Pathways, cum laude. Kerry Scarchilli, magna cum laude. Lindsay Shaw. Shelby Stockford. Walter Striegel. Kimberly Thoreau. Rebecca Thomason. Alyssa Wilczek. Small Business and Entrepreneurial Studies graduates will be greeted by Larry Flick. Michael Hodgson. Sports and Leisure Management graduates will be greeted by Heidi Zini. Kyle Barron, also receiving an Associate in General Studies. Sean Grady, cum laude. Technology Studies graduates will be greeted by Patrick Knowles. Angela Wallace, magna cum laude. With a Certificate in Accounting will be greeted by Edwin Munzner. Edgar Aroganos, cum laude. With certificates in Business Administration greeted by Larry Flick, Dawn Martin. Lauren Paulette, also receiving a certificate in basic business skills. With certificates in Communication and Customer Relations greeted by Peter Edmondson, Asia Staples. Certificates in Computer-Aided Drafting will be greeted by Patrick Knowles. Neha Sager, magna cum laude. Certificates in Early Childhood Education will be greeted by Sheila Scahan. Kara Cuter. Certificate in General Studies will be greeted by Peter Petsuris. Yave Calderon. Jane Williams, cum laude. Certificates in Graphic and Communication Arts will be greeted by Kevin Amenta. Alexis Gorham. Ade Paju Laduja. Brandon Stevenson. Certificates in library technology will be greeted by Marie Shaw. Catherine Dion. Certificate in marketing will be greeted by Irene Clampett. Basil P. Roosley, also receiving a certificate in marketing, cum laude.
Will all the graduates please rise? Take a deep breath. Move your tassel from the left to the right, signifying your status as a new graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the class of 2014. They deserve more than that. This is the class of 2014. And if I can insert myself in your class, I'm going to move my tassel from the left to the right, right to the left. Okay, this way. Signifying that this is my completion here at Three Rivers. And like you, I have earned or achieved a wonderful education. I have made lasting friendships, and I've been prepared for my next step. So to all of us, congratulations, and I wish you the best. And we'd like to celebrate with you for a little while longer, if you'll indulge us. There is a reception at the Holiday Inn just up the block. Please join us and invite your families and your faculty. And I will turn it over to President Jones now.
All right, you have to sit down for a little while. We'll have you out of here in 5 minutes. There are many of the college members who plan and who make this the perfect program it is. From the ordering of your caps and gowns to the planning right through your reception, and certainly getting you in here in breakneck speed into your seats in the right order. Staying so long this year will benefit from last year to the next year. I'm really retiring this time. President Gray has already made some remarks, and I was going to say back to him, this community is ready to welcome a new president. Yesterday, the Board of Regents approved President Gray's recommendation that Dr. Mary Ellen Jakowski will be the president of Three Rivers Community College, starting in July. Today, I want to recognize faculty members who are retiring this year also. Professor Judy Donnelly, would you come to the podium? Professor Barbara Maurice, will you come to the podium? Professor Nancy Rymont, please join me here at the podium. And while they're on their way, will somebody give Judy a push? And Barbara Maurice one too. Where is she? Professor Christine Hammond, who is also retiring this year, could not attend commencement this year because she is in Detroit to attend her mother's commencement. Her mother is 87 years old. And Christine needed to witness this very important accomplishment. The 4 professors who are retiring. Nobody's seen Judy? Barbara? Uh-oh. Well, Barbara may not be able to retire until she's had a meeting with the president. The 4 professors who are retiring have a cumulative service, listen to this, graduates, of 94 years. This is what they have done in taking care of students at the college and carrying out the mission of the college. Thank you, each of you, for your dedication and commitment to students and to this learning community. As just a little part of the college to take with you, we have
thank you.
Open. That's the college's book about the new college. Thank you each for all that you have done.
Thank you.
And we'll catch up with the other 2 later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Karen Edwards will also leave this college after this commencement. Dr. Edwards has been Dean of Student Development and Services for 14 years. Her presence, her experience, her knowledge will sorely be missed. Karen will begin her next educational leadership journey as president of Portland Community College in Portland, Oregon, Cascade Campus. Dean Edwards, would you please join me here? Thank you and gratitude for your stellar service to this learning community. President-elect Dr. Edwards, farewell and Godspeed. Now, we have witnessed the accomplishments and know the journey of many of our graduates, and each of you now have a new beginning. We congratulate you. Graduates, I ask one more thing before you leave. Will you quietly stand up and turn and look across the aisle and up behind me and say thank you to your professors? Up on your feet. Look over the sides. Look behind me. You can do it by applauding if you need. I hope you will walk away today with all kinds of new pieces, not only from the accumulation of your time at the college, but what you've heard from speakers today. Whatever it takes, reach out that next distance. Reach out in your journey to the next place. But first, take time to tell your story, and you do have a story to tell. Celebrate your accomplishments. Pledge to be lifelong learners. Take what you have gathered from service learning to continue to serve yourself, your family, and your community. Your leadership will be fulfilling to you and an example to others. Go and serve your profession. Be proud of your accomplishments. We are proud of you. And a quick thank you to our guests today. Commissioner, Mr. Warren, Mr. John, Father Cannon, and many others. We are about to leave this place. I'm getting carried away. It's from all that exuberance that you showed during the giving out of the commencement, the degrees. Father Cannon will give us a benediction.
I thought she was letting me off the hook. Grace, you're a member of this class. Where are you? So I include you in your journey, my prayers for your journey, as I congratulate the students and look forward to their time. So may this strengthening spirit bear fruit in your creating. May the anointing spirit touch your brokenness and heal it. May the breath of the Spirit infuse your hearts with the beautiful perfumes of goodness. May the flowing Spirit spring up as wisdom's fountain in your heart. And may the enfolding Spirit become your well-fitting garment. And may the sword of the Spirit defend your vulnerabilities. May the guiding Spirit lead you through the heights and the depths. May the elemental Spirit connect you to the natural world, to this planet and the universe. And may the joyful Spirit temper the solemnity of our knowing, so that we may become the song written in the divine creation. We ask this now and forever. Good luck and God bless you. Congratulations. I better have it.
The 22nd Annual Commencement of Three Rivers Community College has concluded. Will the audience and graduates please remain in place until the platform committee and faculty have left the stage?